The invisible seal. Investors don't listen to you. They listen to their lawyers. A single word, compliant, from Freshfields is worth more than 100 speeches. A single line, qualified opinion, from a Big Four firm can keep the entire market awake at night. You don't need marketing. You need the seal of those who define global risk. WHO prices the truth? Soft power, when lawyers and auditors are the world's seals. Blank. Underscore, blank. Episode 26. The Architecture of Trust. The market does not believe in promises. The market believes in legal structures. The magic circle, the Big Four, Moody's, S&P, they don't create money. They create the trust that allows money to arrive. If an IFC lacks them, every contract is hit with a risk discount. The execution playbook. Allow foreign lawyers to practice under common law standards within the IFC zone. Establish an independent international financial arbitration court. Ensure IFC standard master agreements are co-designed by global law firms. When a dispute arises, investors need to know they're playing on a legal field they understand. Trust does not come from patriotism. It comes from legal predictability. Blank. Underscore, blank. The solution. Don't just hire them, empower them. Don't just hire the Big Four to audit. Let them participate in building the specific accounting standards for the IFC. Don't just invite law firms to open offices. Invite them to join the standards board. This is not a concession. This is the importation of credibility. Are consulting fees high? Yes. But that is the insurance premium for hundreds of billions of dollars in market capitalization. A financial center without a strong professional services ecosystem is like a bank without a vault. Conclusion. Trust cannot be forced. It must be validated. If the IFC does not carry the signatures of those who hold global standards, the world will simply stand by and watch. Borrow their prestige to build your own. Without a guarantee, there is no cash flow. Negotiating with digital asset sharks, control or be overrun? Episode 27. Do not fear technology. The question is not whether, but how. You once banned blockchain, but you cannot stop its existence. The question is not, should we let crypto in? The question is, do you want to control it, or let it operate beyond your reach? History does not wait for the hesitant. Power lies in the legal framework. Dubai didn't win because they loved crypto. They won because they wrote the laws first. Singapore didn't open its doors unconditionally. They demanded compliance standards higher than traditional banks. If the IFC wants to participate, it must define clear boundaries. Stablecoins must be backed by real-world assets. Exchanges must share AML, KYC data in real time. Web3 funds must adhere to reporting standards equivalent to traditional funds. There are no uncontrolled sandboxes. Only sandboxes with tight reins. The solution. The Real-World Asset, RWA, Tokenization Hub. Don't chase meme coins. Focus on RWA, real-world assets. Digitize corporate bonds. Tokenize infrastructure funds. Experiment with asset usage rights within a limited legal scope. The goal is not to become a digital casino. The goal is to become the destination for the legalization of digital assets. Invite Web3 founders to act as advisors. But the oversight system must belong to the state. Technology leads the way. The law holds the wheel. Conclusion. Blockchain is not a savior. It is a tool. Whoever controls the digital infrastructure controls the next generation of cash flow. If the IFC stays on the sidelines, Vietnam will forever be a user, never a designer. Participate, but participate with power. 04. OOM at 2 theme, while the city sleeps. The money awakes. Episode 28, T. He city sleeps, the servers awake. 4 a.m. Outside, Saigon is silent. Inside the IFC, the server room lights are as sterile as an operating theater. A $500 million short sell order from New York fills $2 billion is rerouted from London toward a wind power project in central Vietnam. No applause. No office hours. Only lines of code, running as cold as steel. Here, business hours is an obsolete concept. The pulse that never sleeps. Outside the IFC, the physical seal still waits for the ink to dry. Inside, RTGS, real-time gross settlement, processes millions of data packets every second. The IFC of 2030 does not operate with massive headcounts. It operates through algorithms. AI self-balances liquidity between USD, EUR, and JPY. Systems automatically hedge when exchange rate volatility exceeds thresholds. Wall Street closes? 2 Theme takes the shift. London opens its eyes? 2 Theme has already neutralized the Asian risks. You can raise capital at midnight. Asset ownership tokens are verified in seconds. Here, we don't sell geographic location. We sell speed. A millisecond late, millions are lost. The solution? The system's all-seeing eye. An integrated 24/7 risk monitoring center. Every transaction is scored in real time. Liquidity. Legality. Leverage. Counterparty credit. If an anomaly is detected, the system automatically isolates it. No meetings. No requests for opinion. Humans no longer sit there stamping papers. They sit there supervising supercomputers. Every millisecond is priced like gold. If you need a full 8 hours of sleep to feel secure, you do not belong here. Conclusion. Money never sleeps. The question is, do you dare to build a city that stays awake with it? When the world turns off the lights, the cash flow still finds its way through 2 Theme. Either you control that flow, or you stand aside and watch it glide past. Reflecting on VN30, the price of a legal passport. Episode 29. The mirror that does not lie. The price of credibility. You step into the IFC with a legal passport in hand. Feeling powerful? Look into the mirror. You are no longer the master of your familiar kingdom. You are being scrutinized by thousands of international investors. A 5-minute delay in reporting. A single missing line in your disclosure. Your credit score drops instantly. Here, reputation fluctuates by the minute. Stripped bare to grow. At the IFC, no subsidiaries to hide debt. No connections to solicit projects. No gray areas. IFRS standards are mandatory. Reporting is in real time. Big Four firms and international law firms are plugged directly into the system. Many CEOs think they enter the IFC to receive incentives. They are wrong. They enter here to be transformed. To abandon the habit of emotional management. To leave the safety of the village pond. The price of low interest rates is iron discipline. The solution? IR as the nervous system. Every VN30 enterprise within the IFC must have an investor relations IR department at Bloomberg standards. Information does not wait for the annual shareholder meeting. It flows daily. Every cash flow fluctuation must have an immediate explanation. Every strategy must be backed by data. Meetings with foreign funds require no interpreters. Personnel have already been trained at the IFC Academy. The biggest difference? It's not the capital. It's not the incentives. It's the confidence of having nothing to hide. Conclusion. The mirror has done its work. Do you see a better version of yourself, or do you see fear? The IFC holds no one back, but it shields no one either. Either you accept the light, or you return to the familiar shadows. The choice does not lie with the system. It lies with you. 1400 Court Session, when justice has no gray areas. Episode 30. THE 1400 Court Session. Justice at the speed of light. 1400. The courtroom doors close. A $200 million smart contract just broke because of a single line of code. No noise. No corridor whispers. Only 2 judges, 1 British, 1 Vietnamese, staring at a data screen. No paper files. No tears. Only transaction logs and clauses. Do you believe a $200 million dispute can be settled in 2 hours? Here, emotion has no seat at the table. Brutal fairness. Out there, people speak the language of connections. In this room, all connections are stripped of their power. The IFC Financial Court operates under common law standards. Precedents from London, case laws from Singapore. All are cited like coordinates on a map. No one asks who you are. They only ask, are you right? A transfer failed a condition. A clause was triggered. A smart contract does not know how to negotiate. Justice here is not a promise. It is a mechanism. Judges do not grant verdicts. They cross-reference them. If you are wrong, you pay the price. If you are right, your assets are protected. Even against those more powerful than you. That is why the big boys stay. Not because of incentives, but because they know the rules of the game do not change color based on the player. At 2 theme, the gray area is deleted. The solution: digital arbitration, automated case law. An AI system cross-references the contract against thousands of similar precedents in seconds. Your clauses are not just read. They are compared, analyzed, and risk-scored. The verdict is issued. It takes effect immediately. Under the New York Convention, arbitration awards are recognized in over 150 countries. This means, you cannot run a violation in 2 theme, and your assets elsewhere can still be reached. This deterrence creates integrity. Not because people are better, but because the system does not allow them to be worse. Do you prefer a flexible environment full of loopholes? Or a cold environment with absolute security? Conclusion: delayed justice is injustice. Here, justice is not slow. It arrives as fast as an electric shock. And just as cold. Respect the rules of the game, or leave the table.